think I'm a kid.
Make it 15,000 with pocket sixes or pocket fours. Which one is it?
Wow.
I'm the best! The best!
Poker isn't just about the cards you hold. It's a psychological battlefield where reading your opponent is just as important as the hand you're dealt. We're diving into some of the slyest speech play to the boldest bluffs. Some players are masters at getting inside their opponent's head. In this video, we're diving into the most jaw-dropping, brain-bending mind games ever witnessed at the poker table. Get ready to see players fold winning hands, make insane calls, and unravel under the pressure of mind games so intense they could rival a chess match. The Silent Assassin. Tony G, known for his loud and relentless trash talk, takes an entirely different approach in this unforgettable hand. In one of the most intense showdowns of his career, after starting off talking and engaging, Tony defies expectations by going completely silent. With the pot climbing past the €1 million mark, his uncharacteristic quietness becomes the ultimate mind game, leaving his opponents questioning everything.
Easy. Easy money.
22.
Nah.
Give you a chance to get some refund. If you can get lucky. Just move all in.
Fold to Tony G.
收张了。来，该走一走。
They want to qualify. Probably do like a big all-in hand. Just will be cool. The three of us like move all in with random hands.
The table is tense as three players vie for control of a €70,000 pot, but the real shock isn't the cards. It's Tony G's demeanor. Known for his verbal fireworks, Tony keeps his mouth shut, an eerie contrast to his usual antics. The silence is deafening, and it's clear he's playing a deeper game.
So the very last hand, Tony G with top pair, gonna fire out. Haxton's got middle pair and Bodzikowski bottom pair. So just one call from Haxton. He's gonna continue as well. He's got position. A complete blank.
As the pot balloons to over €130,000, none of the players hold a particularly strong hand. This is where Tony's silence becomes his weapon. By refusing to give anything away verbally, he forces his opponents to second-guess every move, creating an environment where opponents make more mistakes.
G is reaching for a lot of chips. €70,000, half the pot. Could just be like a 5-4 offsuit. Haxton's gonna fold one of them, but now it's on Bodzikowski. A very weak pair. Wow. It is going to call here a third pair. €270,000 in the middle.
Tony's opponent, possibly rattled by the unexpected quiet, takes a gamble, believing Tony's silence to be a sign of weakness. It's a misread of epic proportions. Tony's stillness isn't submission, it's strategy. He knows that in a game where every word is a weapon, sometimes saying nothing speaks the loudest.
Very last hand. And maybe Tony G is trying to make a play to kind of rub it in his face after.
This for you guys.
And Tony G is completely silent. Makita reaching for chips. Raises to 400,000. Wow, what a sick play.
Yeah.
Can Tony G make the call here of just top pair, no kicker?
Cool.
Wow, he snap calls pretty much. On the very last hand.
I'm the best! The best! Yes! The best!
In a stunning turn, Tony G shows he was in control all along. With just top pair, he calls his opponent's bluff and rakes in the €1 million pot. His silence, far from a surrender, was a masterstroke, leaving his opponents and the audience in awe. His silence didn't last long, however, but we are curious to see if he uses his weapon of silence in the future. If you're fascinated by moments like these, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more incredible poker stories and high-stakes drama. Wolf in Lamb's clothing. Our next clip puts the spotlight on Ben Lamb, a poker powerhouse with a stellar record that includes a WSOP bracelet, several WSOP final table appearances, and over $8 million in career earnings. Known for his razor-sharp instincts and fearless plays, Lamb faces a hand so intricate that it leaves everyone at the table, and watching at home, speechless.
This hand, same thing. It wouldn't be a bad hand to just go all in with, secure what's in the middle.
Yeah, different players do have different strategies. Divorce going to raise here. It wouldn't surprise me if Ben Lamb plays as aggressive. He just shoved Jack 10 suited pre-flop last hand. So he does make the call.
What's up?
The flop comes down in a way that has both players seeing stars. It's one of those rare boards loaded with potential, creating a minefield of possibilities for monster hands. For a player like Ben Lamb, this is where his skills truly shine.
So he is going to bet. It's a very small bet. It's not very common in short deck to see these small bets. Pretty much let your opponent call with anything. Makes it actually really confusing to play post-flop.
Full bets in knowing that he blocks king-queen.
Then comes the turn, the game changer. The wildest card in the deck hits the table, flipping the dynamics of the hand entirely. What seemed like a sure thing for Lamb now leaves him in a precarious position, forcing him to reassess as the pot continues to grow.
Look at that, though.
I think Divorce is like, well, I actually didn't expect to hit these strip queens, but I'll take it. Something silly, so just check. Wow. That is the perfect card because the flush doesn't get there.
Yeah.
Lamb's hand improves to a full house on the river, a dream scenario for most players. But in this particular hand, he's crushed. These are the moments legends can play back the hand in their head and truly whittle down what their opponents have.
So I think you don't have any cover two. You have 80, 81.
So some things maybe Ben Lamb thinks about, okay, how much does Divorce play short deck? Is he that sick to make a play in this game type that he may be less experienced in? When you're in this situation, you're always trying to think, okay, what kind of hands my opponent would bluff with? Wow, that's an amazing fold.
Lamb folds a full house, an incredibly rare move that only a player of his caliber would even consider. This moment cements his reputation as one of the sharpest minds in poker, showcasing his uncanny ability to read not just the cards, but his opponent. It's a play that defies convention and proves why Ben Lamb is in a league of his own. What's the best fold you ever made? Let us know your poker stories in the comments below. Phil Ivey, the mind game master. In this iconic hand, Phil Ivey, universally hailed as one of the best players in the world, goes toe-to-toe with the fiery Tony G. This isn't just poker, it's a battle of wits, strategies, and personalities, culminating in a pot that swells into the millions. When two titans clash, you know you're in for an unforgettable showdown.
He's going to try his best to dance around and avoid being all in. He wants to play pots against everyone. He wants to see flops, turns, and rivers. And I do think that guys who may know how to play ICM well or pre-flop well, I think if he gets you to the turn of the river,
the flop couldn't have been more explosive. Tony G lands a dream scenario with a set of sixes, while Phil Ivey holds top pair. The hand immediately transforms into a high-stakes confrontation, setting the stage for fireworks.
He's going to be a nightmare.
Sure, 100%. And this is something I've noticed and pointed out is the difference in the play styles. The guys who who are good playing post-flop.
Phil starts applying pressure with a confident bet, pulling both Tony G and Davies into the mix. The tension rises as the pot balloons, and the table becomes a cauldron of calculated risks and psychological warfare.
This is, people in a vacuum see if Seth peeled the king jack of diamonds here, he'd be in a lot of trouble. Now, Tony just called the C-bet, and this is a very safe card for Ivey's range, so he's going to keep barreling away for sure.
Three-way, like so many draws.
Yeah,
it's
but you're in position on the other guy. Like the jack is never going to improve Chidwick, basically. Sure, you can let Chidwick, like, float again with 9-8.
True to his aggressive style, Phil fires a massive bet of $300,000, attempting to keep the pressure on and the aggression up. But Tony G, sitting on his near unbeatable set of sixes, isn't going anywhere. The clash escalates, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
The way I've seen him play, I just feel, That
I mean,
makes
it's a
all
good
the sense.
play. It's a good play. I think Ivey might fold here.
Phil finds himself in a tight corner with only a 14% chance of turning the hand around. Yet his legendary composure never falters, and you can actually see his mind at work as he sizes up Tony. It's a moment that demands not just skill, but nerves of steel, and all eyes are on Ivey as he contemplates his next move.
You're starting to make
What a fold.
Yeah, you're starting to make some, I think, beyond whatever physical stuff, I think you do start to make some exploits where it's okay. To a pot size here, he's gonna have the sets, maybe the same hand, and maybe he actually still calls some of the combo draws.
A fold that will be studied and admired for years to come. Phil Ivey walks away from the massive pot, demonstrating the rare ability to avoid a fatal mistake, even under immense pressure. This world-class decision is a testament to his unparalleled strategic brilliance and cements his status as the GOAT of poker. Deception Masterclass, Tony G versus Phil Hellmuth. In this unforgettable showdown, Tony G, the king of poker table antics, pushes the boundaries of deception and sportsmanship like never before. In a game where bluffing is celebrated, Tony manages to ignite chaos by lying outright, a move so audacious it leaves even the fiery Phil Hellmuth questioning the unwritten rules of poker etiquette.
Full straddle from Tony.
You're taking away my straddle energy.
I'm not. I'm putting more money in there for
Okay,
the
let's
good
see.
players.
That's like wasted
You
money
can raise
now.
him. You can raise him comfortably, knowing that he hasn't looked at his cards.
Action folds to Rankowski, who's out. Phil Hellmuth, ace-jack.
A lot of money out there already, and it's unopened.
Real money.
All right, I opened for the pot.
Pots it.
And you looked, right?
Well, I think I looked. Allegedly, I looked.
Tony.
I'm all in.
Pot limit, brah.
Without looking?
Without looking.
Pretty sure he looked.
Well, you can't be all in.
66.
Tony repots it with ace-king.
Tony G slyly glances at his cards, a move that gives viewers a front row seat to the mischief brewing. Meanwhile, Phil Hellmuth is left guessing, completely unaware of the storm Tony is about to unleash. With a confident lie, Tony begins weaving a trap of epic proportions.
Are you going to save the rest?
Not if he believes you haven't looked.
Hellmuth now facing a raise and an angle shot.
It's hard to believe that you always have a hand against me.
Look, you could see the flop and get rid of it as well. Right? You could play good.
Without looking too?
I'm not looking. I haven't looked. I don't care. I know it's a random hand, and I got a random hand.
Wow, all that talking makes me think he's strong. I was for sure going to call before that.
15 on top, Tony.
I wouldn't lie. You can check my hand if you want. You can tell him the truth.
You didn't look at either card.
I haven't looked.
Adding another layer to his ruse, Tony shows his cards to Joe at the table, adding credibility to his fabricated story. Phil, believing Tony hasn't looked at his hand, sees ace-jack as an automatic call. Little does he know, Tony's theatrics are leading him directly into an emotional minefield.
Did you look at your cards at all? I mean, it's...
Look, the people at home, no, I haven't looked. Joe's looked at my hand.
If you haven't looked, it's kind of an easy decision for me here. Well, if you haven't looked, I guess I'll just move in.
Right.
Phil ships and Tony calls.
All right, you're close. You're up there.
Oh, you lied.
Of course I lied. It's poker.
As Phil starts to unravel, Tony savors every second. His grin says it all. He's relishing the chaos he's creating.
Phil, what do you think this is? What do you think, I'm blind? How many times do you want to run
Well, I asked you if you had looked or not.
Do you want to run it how many times?
I'll let you choose, Tony.
Three times.
I always lose, so. You kind of deserve to lose the first one.
I do deserve. I hope you win one.
Why would you lie? I mean, no, let's consider totally not uncool, man. I mean, it's not right.
I feel it's just a game.
That's etiquette, though. I mean, you don't
Phil,
say you were blind.
what happens on this table in play is just a game. We tell whatever we want.
So
When do you tell
all
the
the rules
truth?
of poker are just thrown out the window
Well,
for you.
call the floorman. If you think my hand might be dead, then.
That's horrible etiquette to say you didn't look at your hand, and you know, this really bad etiquette. But
what do you think? I'm a kid?
Technically, Tony isn't breaking any rules, but his sheer delight in needling Phil takes the concept to a new extreme. Sportsmanship? Tony's already danced past that line and is daring anyone to call him out.
we're talking about etiquette.
I'm a poker
You're
player.
the kind of guy that goes to the golf course, and when someone's playing you a big money match, you scream in the middle of their backswing.
You think that's the same thing?
Yes. I know it's the same thing.
I don't
Listen,
think so.
if you pulled all the
We're
top
talking
players,
about the
you'd get
strength
crushed.
of our hand, and I'm selling
Let's
you.
just bet
hang on.
100,000 if we pull the top 20 players. We'll ask about your etiquette. Or maybe we'll bet a quarter
I can
million.
bet on myself, and I can be
Why don't
very
you just
happy
bet
with
with
my
me?
own.
You know it's bad etiquette.
Phil, this is a poker
You know
TV
it's
show.
bad etiquette.
This is a poker TV show.
Well, don't argue with me then.
You
Don't try
coming
to
as
make
the best
excuses
player in
and
the world,
lie.
taking me on. You're
No,
coming in my
don't
house.
lie.
The tension builds, and the heated words between the two are just the prelude to a truly epic moment viewers will never forget.
Why?
And I'm destroying you.
You know
in
it's
every
bad
part
etiquette.
of the game.
You don't say you haven't looked at your cards when you haven't looked at your cards. You don't do that.
Okay, well
It's
then
like
I'm
a
wrong.
rule of poker. It's like it's,
Well,
it's
why'd you call?
horrible etiquette. Because I thought you hadn't looked at your cards.
Come on, Phil.
Well, if you want 25,000 this bad, you can have it.
You have to
How
pay
many times
attention
are we
to the
dealing?
game. Phil, if you're a professional player, you would pay attention to me looking at my hand. Would
Tony,
not
look,
you pay
if this is
attention?
the way you want to win, you can win this
I
way.
haven't done anything illegal. I looked at my hand. Everyone
No,
saw it.
when
that
you
paid
flop
attention.
straights and you say, I have a flush draw.
All right, you're a
ha, ha, ha,
policeman. Could you make a comment? We're doing it 3
Okay,
times.
how many times? 3 times?
3 times. I admit that my
You deserve to
etiquette
lose the
is
first
terrible.
one again.
I do.
So you...
Even by Hellmuth standards, this tirade is monumental. The two are already at each other's throats, and with the decision to run it 3 times, the drama is only just beginning.
King 9 tray. Tony pairs his king. Phil drawing nearly dead.
How happy are you now that it's not running once? If you ran it 11 times, you know you'd win like 4.
Phil taking the high road.
I'm gonna run 11 times.
I drink it up. Turns a jack.
That's bad for me. I need that jack on the next round.
yeah.
That's really bad
Well,
for me.
unless you get one now.
Yeah, unless I
Means
get
you
one
won't
now.
get any more. Win any more.
Terrible card for Phil. One less jack he can hit on the next run.
Give him the jack.
River, ace of diamonds.
That's kind of fair. Let's even out the deck.
Tony, ever the provocateur, doubles down on his antics. His relentless jabs and unfiltered comments are clearly designed to rattle Phil, and they're working.
For you here.
Here comes flop number 2. 7, 5, 10. No help to Phil.
That's not
You really, I don't think you're the kind of guy that wants to show your true colors all the time.
Well, it's just your true colors can't escape you. You are who you are. Phil.
Yeah?
I'm sorry. That's the way I am.
Turn number 2, ace of clubs. Phil's not even holding a club, so no flush draw can save him. He's looking for one of the 2 remaining jacks. River, another 5, and Tony G takes the second run.
Don't rush. Don't rush. We might keep you in.
As Tony's torment continues, it's evident he's not just playing for chips. He's here to humiliate Phil.
7, no help to Phil.
Okay, the last 10. 3 10s. You can take insurance too.
Got another needle from Tony. Our final river, Phil's gonna need a 10. It's a jack.
Whoa! You got there.
That's not cool.
No, he didn't.
No. Sorry. I was just joking, Phil. Did you believe me again? Was
No,
that
I
bad
didn't
etiquette
believe you.
too?
So Tony, so look, you're loaning me 50,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I don't accept it.
Okay. No problem.
But good game, man.
All right. I'm sorry, Phil. I really am. I'm sorry. I think you should retire. I think it's over. I think you're not there anymore, Phil.
Comes out and takes it.
Tony's antics reach a crescendo as Phil, visibly shaken, struggles to comprehend what just happened. For Phil, the lie feels like a betrayal, an unthinkable act in a game built on strategic deception, not outright dishonesty.
I think you should take your coach, get a tandem bike, and get the hell out of here.
This is awful. What Tony's doing is horrific.
I think it's bike time. You know it.
Good game, everybody.
Take your man, and you boys start driving the bike like this. You guys are outclassed. You don't belong in this level, Phil.
Can you believe he lied about his hand?
Yeah,
Have you ever seen that in a high limit game in your life? Tell the truth.
It's extremely strong because it's something you would never do.
Have you ever seen someone lie about their hand when they say they're in the blind? Ever in your life? Tell the truth.
No, I've never.
It's horrible etiquette. That's how he has to beat me, lying about stuff? I mean, he's crossed a lot of lines. That's the worst.
In the end, Tony G delivers a masterclass in how to torture Phil Hellmuth, though many question if he went too far. For Phil Hellmuth, the answer is clear. Tony's behavior wasn't what a champion would do, but for poker purists, it's all part of the game. Romanello's tough decision. In this thrilling clip, Roberto Romanello pulls off an unbelievable hand that leaves even seasoned pro Mike Matuso stunned. The stakes couldn't be higher. It's the World Series of Poker main event, and all 3 players are sitting on massive hands. Romanello's insight and ability to decipher his opponent's ranges at such a critical moment is nothing short of remarkable.
Matuso with pocket 9s. Romanello has pocket jacks. Geller leads them both with 2 kings.
3 big pocket pairs. I smell trouble.
Flop now is ace, jack, king. Geller hit his set of kings.
The flop sets the stage for fireworks, set over set, with every reason for the chips to go flying. It's a classic setup where most players would already be thinking about stacking their chips.
So does check. Romanello owns a fish and chip shop in Wales, and he checks. And Geller checks.
Geller should have fired away. Too many draws on that board.
Turn card is a 10. Geller still leads with his 3 kings.
But see, someone's got to have Broadway now, don't they? Well, nobody does, but somebody should.
Matiso checked it. Romanello now checks it over to Geller, who leads, and he checks.
But I gotta get it.
In an unexpected twist, all 3 players check both the flop and turn. The spade flush draw hanging on the board adds another layer of complexity to an already monster situation.
Board order to make this guy bet.
Another 10 on the river. Geller gets the check mark with kings full. He checks. Romanello now will bet. 1,800 with jacks full.
Yeah, bad time for jacks full. Man, you're right, Lon. Pocket jacks are impossible to play.
Geller now, kings full, and a check mark will raise it to 6,000.
Well, now Geller's check looks brilliant. He's got Romanello trapped.
Matiso gets out of the way.
Romanello faces a daunting raise. With a full house, jacks full of 10s, he's in a near impossible spot. The stakes are astronomical, and most players would never consider folding here.
And unless Romanello's going Hollywood on us, he's actually considering mucking his jacks full, which would be an unconscious laydown. I mean, if he lays this down, I'll move to a Franciscan monastery and become head chef.
Okay, I'll show.
Romanello is desperate for any information whatsoever to help him make the right decision.
Okay.
He does.
No way he folds.
Yeah, you said he would. Let's go. Fold. You're out. Your hand's dead. Let's go.
And shows.
Wow. How do you fold that hand?
Romanello folds jacks full.
Wow.
And that is the player's good instinct moment.
Oh my God. I could never have folded that hand.
Unbelievable.
Nice fold. Wow. Okay, I would never have folded that hand. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you.
I knew I was beat.
That is the fold of the tournament that I've ever seen.
Romanello makes the unthinkable fold, stunning everyone, including Mike Matuso. The discipline to lay down such a powerful hand in a high-stakes moment is a testament to his brilliance. Matuso, never one to mince words, can't help but praise Romanello for a fold that few would even dream of making. It's moments like this that define great poker players, the ability to trust your instincts, no matter how crazy they seem. Daniel Negreanu's greatest escape. In this unforgettable hand, Daniel Negreanu once again showcases why he's regarded as one of the best to ever play the game. With his uncanny ability to dissect every nuance at the table, Daniel pieces together the puzzle to make a brilliant soul read. This hand isn't just about cards, it's about instincts, experience, and an unrivaled ability to read opponents like an open book.
Him will call 1,600 more to him.
Jones calls another bet with 7 deuce.
4 to the flop. It is deuce, 4, 6, and Till got just what he was looking for, a set of 4s.
Very nice.
Stuck checks, he's drawing dead. Over to Adam Jones.
Reaching for chips.
Picked up a pair of deuces. He puts in 2,800 chips.
I know Jones used to ride Bronx for a living, so he can be a little reckless, but are we kidding here?
Special with Negreanu after him. Daniel's going to raise it.
10,300?
10,300 more.
Yeah,
The action begins with 4 players seeing the flop. One player, holding the infamous 7 deuce, takes an ambitious stab with bottom pair. Meanwhile, Daniel, holding pocket 9s, makes a calculated raise, only to face a strong re-raise from Antil, who's sitting on a sneaky set of 4s. The pot quickly grows, setting the stage for a battle of wits.
Daniel likes the flop. It doesn't seem to threaten his pocket 9s.
Cool.
Antil calls. Stuck folds.
That was a nice smooth call from Antil as Daniel eyed him.
Gotta tell Daniel something.
Oh, Jones gets off the horse.
So heads up, Negreanu and Antil. 8 of spades, no help for Daniel, who trails big time.
And Daniel slows down.
Daniel, opting for caution, checks the action back to Antil. By this point, Daniel is already piecing together the story, reading the board and his opponent's moves with laser focus.
Doesn't just have a 6th sense, I believe he has a 7th and 8th sense.
At least. Antil checks also.
Antil will not let him know the strength of his hand.
Another 8 on the river. Antil earns the check mark. And he's got the full boat. Daniel checks again.
I got 15,000.
Make it 15,000 with pocket sixes or pocket fours. Which one is it?
Wow.
He's the best.
Pocket sixes or pocket fours, quick.
Daniel's instincts kick into high gear. He notices subtle shifts in Antil's behavior, hesitation, discomfort, and an underlying tension that doesn't add up. It's a masterclass in reading the room, and Daniel's decision-making is nothing short of extraordinary.
Huh?
Take your pick.
It's either one. Can't beat either one, buddy. Pocket sixes, pocket fours. Which one?
He'll break him.
But why would you check the turn? If you bet the turn, I was just going to fold. I really was. I was going to give it to him. I mean, he had to have sixes or fours, but 15,000. There's a gazillion in there. I'm going to fold the second best hand.
He's right.
Daniel is the only player at the table, Lon, who has access to the other player's hole cards.
In an impressive display of discipline, Daniel makes a fantastic fold, saving himself from further losses. His ability to sift through the chaos and pinpoint his opponent's hand range is a testament to why he's one of the greats. Sometimes the real magic in poker isn't winning the hand, it's knowing exactly when to fold. Tom Dwan's genius fold. In our final clip, we witness why Tom Dwan is hailed as one of the most brilliant minds in poker. Holding a seemingly junk hand of 10-3, Tom catches an unbelievable flop, transforming his hand into a monster. But poker is never that simple. What follows is a high-stakes moment where Dwan's ability to read the table is tested to the limit.
Happy that she's going to kind of get to see what Andy and Roland do before she has to act on her hand most of the time. She's got her eyes on those two players. Like,
yep. They're the ones that they're kind of not really desperation, but they're the ones that need to get some points here. And an interesting flop right here, Vicky.
Tom starts off on shaky ground, calling with a marginal hand. When the flop hits, giving him 3 10s, the pot takes a dramatic turn. Yet, even with trips, Tom's chances are slim, just 12% to win.
And wow, this is going to be very interesting.
Cool.
And Black is going to slow play this because Dwan could have anything, including complete air. Is that the idea?
Well, that is, yeah. There's different ways of playing it. Some players like to fast play their big hands. Vicky may raise this.
Raise to 17.
This is going to be an interesting hand right here. She gets action, but it's going to be interesting to see what Tom does here, and then also what Andy does. Kind of in a tough situation.
Enter Black, who plays this hand like a master tactician. Opting for a smooth call of the 5,000 bet, Black sets the perfect trap. The stakes rise when Corin raises to 17,000, prompting both Black and Dwan to follow suit. With the pot swelling, the tension becomes palpable.
I believe. Yep, there he goes.
Too many cards out there that could complete some weird draw, and you have to just end it. I mean, is that the idea?
Yeah. There's the Jack 9, the King Jack. There's a lot of well.
I mean, doesn't Vicky have to tell herself, look, Andy called, and then has, I mean, it's come back around to him. Her hand is so dead. Andy has to have a 10 here, right?
Pass.
Now all eyes are on Tom Dwan, holding trips but knowing full well it might not be enough. This is no ordinary spot. His opponents are applying relentless pressure, and the dynamics are shifting with every move. It's a make or break moment, and Dwan's reputation as a legend is on the line.
Looks like he's gonna. He's thinking twice. It'd be an excellent fold if he can think it through, and yep, there he goes. There he goes.
Wow, that is really world class, and from a guy who's as aggressive as Tom, I mean.
The way
Tom Dwan makes a monumental fold. Despite flopping trips, he reads the situation with surgical precision, sensing that he's up against a stronger hand. This fold, though heart-stopping, showcases why Dwan remains one of the most feared and respected players in the game. Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to never miss an epic poker fight, 6 suckout, or legendary win. Thanks for watching.